Hello everybody and welcome to episode 6 of PJ Church. Can you believe it's been 6 weeks since we started PJ Church? I've got my dressing gown on today because it's a little bit chilly again, isn't it? Well, it certainly is as I'm filming it at the moment. Hope you've still got your pyjamas on. If you haven't got your pyjamas on, go put them on. You don't need to get dressed because it might be Sunday, but we can't join together in church today. So we're going to have loads of fun doing PJ Church in our homes. First of all, we're going to play a game. So it's game time. I saw some really great videos and photos of the chaos that I caused last week on the game. So I'm hoping to cause the same amount of chaos today. And what you need for this game is some paper. You can have different coloured paper for everyone that's playing, or you can just have white paper, that's fine. I've just got white paper. And you need to cut out some cloud shapes and put your name, the names of everyone that's playing the game on the cloud shape. So I'm playing against Bob. Not sure who Bob is, but anyway. I'm playing against Bob, and this is obviously me, Helen. And you need lots of different clouds for the players. So I've only got 2 at the moment. That's probably not enough. You probably need at least 5 clouds maybe for every player that's playing. And what you're going to do is you are going to put all of those clouds in the middle of the table, and then you need a straw, or if you haven't got a straw, you can just use your mouth. It's slightly more tricky. And you've got to find a cloud that belongs to you and pick it up with your straw or your mouth like this. And then, I can't speak and do it at the same time. And then put it down in a pile next to you. And it's the first person to have all of the clouds, all of their clouds in front of them. Don't get anyone else's cloud, will you? Otherwise you'll have to put it back in the middle. Shall I show you one more time? Pick up your cloud with your mouth. It's really tricky. That was then put it down next to you. Have fun doing that. Go and get your stuff that you need, and don't forget to send me silly photos of your parents doing it as well. So I said last week that the links between the games get more and more tenuous. They were in fact sheep clouds. Can you see that? I did try and cut out sheep, but didn't go so well, so I thought if I couldn't do it, you'd find it tricky as well. So anyway, they were sheep, and today's story is involving lots of sheep. So have a look at this animation and see if you recognise the story that's being told. I hope you enjoyed that animation of the parable of the lost sheep, of that sheep getting lost, and then Jesus, the Good Shepherd, going to find it. Now maybe today you might feel a bit lost. Maybe you're really missing your friends, maybe you're missing school, maybe you're missing going out at the weekend or missing seeing your grandparents or other family moments. And maybe you feel a bit distant from God at the moment because you can't go to church. And that story reminds me that even when we feel lost, even though we feel we might be stuck somewhere, God still cares for us. That good shepherd in that story went looking for that one sheep. Even though he had 99 other sheep, he still went looking for that one shot sheep. And Jesus would come looking for us as well when we feel lost. Even though he's got hundreds and thousands of millions of other people, he still cares about us. He wants to talk to us. Maybe it's a bit tricky for you without church to talk to God or to feel like God is really there. But the good news is that God is exactly the same God as he was before coronavirus, as he is now. Nothing about God has changed. God still wants to talk to you. God still wants to help you. And if you're feeling lost, God will come and find you. You just need to ask him. So we're going to do an activity in our families now. So you need your cloud shapes that you had earlier on, and on the back of your cloud shape, you might want to turn it into a sheep if you want to add some a head and some legs. You're going to write a prayer to God. It could be something to say, "Dear God, I feel a bit lost. Please come and find me." Or it could be something else that you're struggling with at the moment, something that you really want God to know. Maybe it's something that you can't put into words to speak to somebody in your house, but you could write it down to God. And if you can't write yet, then you can always draw a picture to God as well. God loves you drawing pictures to him as well. It's something that you really want to say to God today about being lost. And then you're going to put that sheep or your cloud shape somewhere around your house. And every time you start to feel a little bit sad, a little bit worried, a little bit lost, you can read out that prayer again as a reminder that God will come and find you, even though you're just one sheep. God will come and find you and come and rescue you because he loves you and because he cares about you. Enjoy doing that with your families now. So it's time for our craft now, and you're really lucky this week because you get a change of scenery from me. So I'm going to introduce you to the Searles, who are going to show you what our craft activity is this week. Enjoy that.
Hello, I'm Jackie.
And I'm Andy.
And we're going to show you how to make a sheep craft. Now, to make one of these, you'll need a paper cake case, just like that. If you haven't got any of those in your house, don't worry, because you could always use card or paper.
And it can even be flowery paper, it doesn't matter, you can have a flowery sheep.
You're also going to need a pencil. And if you haven't got a paper cake case, you're going to want something to draw around for your sheep's body. There you go, we've got a paper cup, so you have a very round sheep there. You'll also need some paper or card for the face, ears and legs. We've got some black card, you could use any colour. And you'll want googly eyes or stickers or little scraps of paper to make the eyes. And if you're using scraps of paper, you'll want a pen as well. You'll also need some scissors and a glue stick. Right, what you need to do first is, if you're making it from a cake case, take it and squash it flat. Andy, can you squash that cake case flat for me? That was fierce. And that makes your sheep's body. Can you make it a bit more flat? That's it. If you haven't got a paper cake case, you're going to need to draw around your shape to make the body out of card. And then cut it out. It's not as fast as on YouTube where they just do snip snip and it's cut out, is it? There we go. So we've got two bodies for the sheep. Now you'll need something to draw around to make your sheep's face. I used a pebble because it seemed like the right shape, but you might want to use a coin or a milk bottle lid, or you could just do it freehand and make it up. Okay, Andy's going for the pebble. Draw around that. If you've got a white pencil and you're using black card, that really helps, but I haven't got a white pencil. There we go. And then, yeah, oh, just trim it up. You hold that up, Andy. There's the head. You need the ears. I made these up. I just cut out a pair of sort of sausage shapes, really. Can you cut out a pair of sausage shapes? And the last thing you want to cut out are the sheep's legs. I did 4 rectangles. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you stick it together. Andy, you're going to stick it on the paper cake case or the piece
I
of card?
am going to use paper
Okay.
cake case. So
So you want to stick on the sheep's head. You could do it in the middle if you wanted your sheep to be walking towards you. I did mine skipping around. And the ears. That sheep has nice big ears, I like it. And the legs. I stuck my legs on the back, but you could put them on the front if you want. My sheep's meant to be skipping, but you could have your sheep standing up, lying down. It's up to you. So just a little bit of glue at the end there. Stick it on your cake case. Have a look, what's your sheep doing, Andy?
he's got 4 legs and he's skipping.
I like him. Now I ran out of googly eyes and I ran out of stickers, and it's not easy to get new things at the moment, is it? So I thought hard and I thought I'd use the little circles that come out the bottom of my hole punch. If you're going to do this, you might want to ask someone with some help at getting them out, because otherwise they'll go all over the floor. Right. You can't, you just have to lift it back, that's it, and kind of fish them out. There you
That's
go.
quite a lot.
It's quite a lot. That's why you want to be careful. Right, stick a couple of those on. You could draw them as well, but I didn't think they'd show up very well on my black-faced sheep. And then you need a pen to do the pupils in the middle. You could give yours a nose and mouth if you want. I didn't. I like the look of mine. I like your cross-eyed sheep, Andy. Right, that's it. But if you want to go extra fancy and you've got some that you're allowed to use, you could always give your sheep some more fluffy wool with some cotton wool. You could stick on if you want to. If you're making it from the piece of card, it's the same as a paper cake case. I'll let you carry on with that. You just stick the face and the ears and the legs onto the card and not the cake case.
Now what you can do is try and get some glue on there, but that doesn't really work very well because then you just end up like that. And it's a bit of a mess. So the probably easiest thing is just to put some glue on there and then just stick some nice cotton wool on there, and then
That's why I made him do it.
and as you can see, eventually you end up with a woolly sheep.
And then if you've got a bit more time and you want to make it even fancier, you could always get some paper and put your sheep in a field. There we are. In fact, you could also use stickers and pens to make a background for your field. And there you are, one sheep craft. Oh, and it's going to stick his on. There you go, a sheep for you to put up somewhere in your house. Thank you.
Well, I hope you've had a brilliant Sunday. Thank you so much for joining in with PJ Church. Don't forget that if you've missed a few, then they're all on the YouTube channel, so you can catch up with the ones that you've missed, and if you want to, throughout the week. We would really, really love to see what you've been up to. Feel free to email me, use the email address on our church website, or comment on our Facebook page. We'd love to share with what you've been doing in your homes. And don't forget, I really love silly videos of your families joining in with the silly games on PJ Church. Hope you have a brilliant week. Feel free to get in contact if you've got any prayer requests. We'd really love to pray for you. God bless.